Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I actually have a theme journal I'm going to work on. I'm using the Bella papers. Oh, what are they called? I don't know. It's the ballet. CBPM055. And then I have a digital that came from Scrappy Crafts Design on Etsy, and I'm just using the these pieces because the colors of the actual digital were not quite right with the Bella papers. They were a little more bright pink. Some of the background pages might work though, like this one actually might work, but these pieces were just a little too bright. But these pieces should work, and maybe some of the background pages. I don't know, but I'm going to make some jelly prints probably to go with it. And then these are the pieces that I cut out from the paper pad to use as journal spots and whatnot. And hey, that might just be a flip out or a big pocket on one of the pages. And then this is the cover I want to use. It's pretty close to the green that is in the kit, and then I will probably paint some of it. Exploring nature with your child, so I will do something to cover that at the very least. But the front is plain and the back is plain, and you know, I may use one of these pieces on the front with some other pieces for a journal topper, when I'll figure out which one looks the best. But it'll probably be one of these larger ones. So that's what's in my brain right now. And then I got out paints that I think will go with the kit. So first I want to make some pages. I want to make the pages for the journal is what I want to do first. I set those up to the left. I may forget that at some point. I think in order for this one to fit, I'm going to have to cut off a little bit of the bottom. I'm pretty sure I can fold these in half. It is the up and down part that's going to be, oh my goodness, just move out of my way, papers. Papers are in my way, Mom. Make them stop. Alright, so I have shown this kit before, and you'll see it as I'm working with it. It's got a lot of damask and whatnot. I don't want to cut off the top of the violin or cello or whatever that is, so I should make a template. That would be the smart thing to do. Well, this will become my template once I get it. Let's figure that out. Alright, so my book is this tall, and obviously the inside page here was not put in perfectly. I may cover that with something, we'll see. Or I may just leave it. Or I may paint it. So I want to go right about there. Hopefully that does not cut off the, okay, but I can't see the end of the, there it is. Alright, so that should be right there. Alright, did not cut off any of the instrument. And then folding this in half should work as far as I can tell. I might have to cut off the teensiest bit on the edges. But for right now, just gonna fold them in half and hope for the best and hope not for the worst. Now this is the one I wanted. Ha, I was looking in the wrong thing. Alright. So it'll need to fit on this side of the page. So yeah, it'll need to get cut down just a little bit. And how's that? That is pretty perfect. Okay, that should work. So my pages are going to be, this is my template for my pages now. Now this one, I will not cut it down because I might want to fussy cut these out to use as embellishments, which I think is what the page is for. But if I want to use it as a page in the journal, I could, but I might not. I don't know yet. So that's going to the side. She will definitely get used. All right, this is 9 inches by 5 3/4. 1, 2, yeah, 5 3/4. Okay. 9 inches, I said, right? 9 inches. The eyes will get used somewhere. And then I think I'll be able to cut off that little bit for 5 3/4. Alright, I'm going to cut the rest of these and I will be right back. Alright, I don't know if I'll do 2 signatures, 3 signatures, or what. I don't have to keep the spine. I can make it a smaller spine. She doesn't need it to be this thick. I just like the color of the cover. So I may end up making a smaller spine, so we'll see. So it could be 1 signature or 2 signatures, but let's go ahead and put 1 of each of that kind of a thing, and then a flower, and then maybe that, and ended up with an odd number, but that's because I didn't use one of the pages. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got more music page too. 5, and I'll have some gel plate prints. And when I'm done, I may go ahead and trim the edges. 1. This on the other side is the flowers, which was a repetitive pattern like that one, so I kind of wanted to put that one. Oh, so is that one. Although, if I'm going to put one in the middle, it might be this one. That might be a good middle one. Alright. And then, what's a good middle one for here? Oh, she might be good for the middle. That way she's not on the left side. And then I might go back and take this one with the big, where is it? Oh, that one I decided to do in the middle. Okay. So maybe I should put her in the middle of the other one. And then we can make this one the outside of this one. Because, you know, we have to overthink it. What would we do? What would we be if we didn't overthink it? And since I had these, you know, still connected, I went ahead and made them upside right. Basically, this is from my sister-in-law, and she's basically just going to put pictures. She takes ballet and teaches ballet to younger students, and then also she still is, you know, so she has pictures of her and potentially her daughters or whatever that she might want to put in here. So I want to make sure I leave, so like this would be a perfect page for her to add a picture. And I'll also add pockets and stuff and whatnot. So that's where we are so far. And I'm going to use some of the music papers I'm going to gel plate on. So there's that. And let's see, these were like 9 by 11.5 total. So I think I want to use my 9 by 12 gel plate, which is nice and grungy right this minute. Definitely, you know, even if I change the spine, I want to add more. Alright, put that up with that. Oh, I do want, oh, these are these. This would be good for the colors. Keeping an eye on my colors. Not perfectly, but you know, sorta, kinda, sorta. Oh, also we have these extra pieces. Let's see. Oh, I want to have that color too, so. Let's see. That one has this one has most of the colors on it. And then a lot of them I cut off 1/2 inch instead of a 1/4 inch on each side, just so I would have bigger pieces to play with. And some of them it worked better to cut off 1/4 inch on each side just because of where the picture was on it. So, there's a couple different greens. Alright, so definitely black. We do have some numbers in here, so I could play with some numbers. Oh, where are my numbers? Okay, for those of you that have not seen texture plates before or seen how they're made, first of all, it's better to do it when your stencil is brand new before you get paint on it, but my paint's dry. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I've got light and fluffy modeling paste. Any modeling paste will work, except for this one, which is also light and fluffy because this one has dried up. Don't let your stuff dry up. Use it. Don't waste it. I had opened another one before I finished that one, which was not the smartest. It was not a smart move. So, I probably should not use a dirty card in there if I don't want to get it messed up, but oh well. So, it is, this one's not dried up. You can tell when you touch it. It's light and fluffy. So, I'm just going to scrape this on here. The higher lift I can get, the better. So, yeah, I'm gonna put it on there nice and thick. Just because the lift just means the higher I can get you know, the less I see the stencil through it. Alright, don't go over it too many times. The more higher I know it, and I don't mind if it's not perfectly smooth because I'm going for texture. That's what, or an impression plate. These can also be called impression plates. So, let's get that thing off of there. And I want to make as few passes as I can. And I did get out all my holes. There were some holes in these. I'm kind of pushing down. So like, you see how you can see that one really clear? That's not going to be a high lift one unless I add more to it. That one you can see it. That one you can barely see it. That's going to have some good high lift. But I also don't want to waste the, you know, texture paste either. So, but I want good impression plates as well. So the ones that I know I'm going to use the most, I'm going to try to make sure I get the highest lift out of, but I might add a little more to that one. And that's all I do. You can see I'm kind of, whoops. I don't want it to go underneath if I can help it. And then just try to go smooth. And last one here. This one has the smallest amount of. And my card that the backing that I'm using, whoops, is fairly thick. So now it would be good if I had planned this ahead and grabbed some gel plate prints that I could then do this on. I might have something here I can use. Hold on. Anything. Maybe these. And maybe the side with the metallic. Alright, so now I'm going to lift this. I want to lift it up. As straight up as I can. And then once those are dry, I'll cut them down and I'll have impression plates or texture plates. This is a fairly thick card, and I'll make sure I have enough around them so that I have something to hold on to. Like make a tab or whatever if I need to. But on here, I'm going to grab myself a baby wipe and, you know, get some of this Oh, actually not a baby wipe. That's not what I wanted. Well, I wanted to use my card first. And then, you know, now I don't need high lift. I can just get as down in there as I want to. And use that texture paste up because you don't want to waste that stuff. Okay, so there's 4 pieces I'll be able to use. I think I missed a spot there, but oh well. Not the end of the world as we know it. And that is just on, lift it straight up if you can, on that piece. Some brayer offs would be perfect to do these on as well. Put them to the side to dry. It won't show up much on that one. Let's take the orange one where it will show up a little bit more. And I've got actually some of this I could probably, whoops, put back in here. Oops, we're going to have part of one there. Move that out of my way would probably be good. And I don't need it to be a perfect impression. This way. On these, I'm not as worried about it. It won't show up on that one either. Let's see. How about this one? Just using up as much of the texture paste as I can. So once it's been out for a little bit, it's going to start to get kind of harder, and you don't really want to put that back in. Alright, now I'm going to go wash this off. Texture paste is not something you want to leave on your stencil. It will, you can see right here, it will clog up those little bits. So when I just remembered, I wanted to make this one as well. Now, if you see me use white stencils, those are most likely going to be PM Artist Studio stencils. Oops. A little extra texture on those. And but this one under here is, I think, the Crafter's Workshop, and it's not working super great as a stencil, so I want to, before it gets too clogged up, turn it into a texture plate because I really like it as a shape. I want to get some good lift out of it for a texture plate. Alright, I'm going to lift that straight up. Not sure about that one. It's kind of not a lot of space in there for... I have a bigger one that I could potentially use. Will have wider spaces in it, but might not work great as a texture plate. That's why I have been having trouble even just using it with ink, just because it doesn't have a lot of, and I'm going to take off these edge bits. So I've got 2. We'll see how they work. I don't know that that one's going to work as great as as a texture plate, but we'll see. And but, you know, if you were just wanting to do it as bits on a paper, it works fine. Because you kind of want the grungy look then. Oh, a little crooked. Well, that's definitely a grungy look, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to go wash these and then I will be back. I'm going to pause. You guys won't have to wait for me to go wash these. You might have to wait for me to finish this though, because my hands are full. There you go. Get every bit off of that as I can. Because why not? I know I say that a lot. Alright, I'm going to go wash them. In the time it took me to clean off my stencil, which I just used, you know, warm water and wipe gently. If I had a paper towel or a soft toothbrush, that would have worked as well, but I just use my fingers. And then I have a little strainer in my sink to catch the bits, because you don't want modeling paste down your drain. So you could put like a piece of cheesecloth or a paper towel or something to try to catch the bits. And this is already dry, mostly dry. I mean, the core might not be dry, but the top part is pretty dry, mostly dry. This, I didn't get all the circles punched out, so I just cut off the bottom, which then smushed that because it was not completely dry. But that's okay. That's not my favorite one anyway. I think this one is my favorite one, but I'm not sure if I got enough lift on some of the circles, but that's okay. So I think that one and that one, those are going to be the two, and maybe this one, maybe that one. I don't know. Those are the ones that I'm probably going to use in this project more so than the others. And where's the other piece? I also, if I can use this one, I will. You want to make sure that you have a place that you don't cut it too close in, because you do want to you want to be able to press it down and still be able to pick it back up again. Sometimes it's a little harder than others, depending on how big or small it is. Like some of them I leave a tab on. Like if I were going to leave a tab on this one, like say I wanted it to be closer to it so I knew where it was, I might do this. Whoops, it's not completely dry. I'm learning. And then I would leave this piece here to hold on to. So that's like a little handle. A little handle. A little handle. Might do that with all of them. If I, because then you can see a little bit more where your, maybe I want the handle on that side. A little bit more where your design is if you do it that way, and less chance of that square edge is what I'm hoping for. So how is everybody today? I hope everybody is well. It is Saturday here, so that means hubby is at work, working on site today. His 12 hours, which he loves to do. Not. I get to hear all the time about how he does not like to have to go into work and that he does not like working 12 hours. And oh, we had our tub clogged up really bad too. So fortunately, eventually that got taken care of, but he stressed out so bad about it first. You know, he can't just relax. And then, let's see, these little music bits come with the, oh, my instruments. I do have some instruments I could use. So, I think they were part of it, or they were a freebie, or I don't know what they were. Anyway, I don't know if they come with I think they come with it, but I don't know. Mariah can say in the comments. What am I talking about? Let's see. My very first stencil I designed were some funky instruments, and I think that's what they're called. So if you just go onto pmartiststudio.com and just search my first name, D-A-R-C-Y, you'll see all the stencils I've made. And the instruments was the first one, and then I think the squirrels was the second one. And then, oh, the peacock. I might want to use the peacock in this. Maybe? Maybe. I don't know. I'm using some of mine. She'll be happy that I used some of mine. Oh, I just saw something. I just saw something that shouldn't be down here, I think. That should, yeah, that's what I saw. Sorry, I saw a piece that goes with the kit that was on the floor. It shouldn't be on the floor. Alright, so, once again, with the 9 by 12. I'm not sure how close this green is going to be. I think it's pretty close. Oh, and then I also pulled out these stencils, ornate lace strips to use here and there. And, of course, why would I have everything that I need right here in front of me? That's just crazy talk. I found my bigger soft brayer that I love. I love a soft 6-inch brayer. Actually, it's probably like 5.98 or something stupid like that. Alright. And we're going to pick up some grunge with this and everything. So, let's go ahead and just kind of try to get in the middle so we don't get too much of that round butt. It's got a butt that wants to show up, but that's okay. It's not a perfect impression. I'm not going for a perfect impression. That's alright. See, I totally, you could see where I totally missed some pieces because I wasn't laying it fully down, but I got more of that edge than I wanted to, so not too thrilled about that. It needs to dry a minute. And let's see. Not much of that is even going to show. We've got lots of grunge on here and some copper. You can just pick it up with, let's see, titanium. Ooh. Let's just pick it up with this. And pick it up on some music paper maybe. And then the music will show through. And that will be nice. And the music paper is nice and large. So it's bigger than the pages that I need. So the whole thing will be covered. Let's move Grandpa scissors. I know you were thinking that wasn't going to be enough paint, but it might be just enough, or it might have been just not enough. Oh, the paper wasn't as big as I thought. That's alright. If I do the brayer on this side, it'll just give me a little bit of something on that side. Alright. Not sure exactly what's going to pick up here. Oh, sometimes there's just that spot, that time period where it's too late and too soon. It's both at the same time. Alright, the texture plates did not take. We have some grunge, which I probably won't use in this journal, but they'll work for something. Alright, and that is not the, some of my music paper will leave a transfer and some does not. Also, I need some papers. But I'm thinking that if I use some paper, that then it'll still look pretty on one side. If I use some coffee dyed, that's the word I'm looking for. Let's see. Also, I could use some coffee dyed papers in this journal. That might be nice. There was a little bit of blue, but not much blue. Just grab a couple of those, and maybe a darker one. The purple. Ooh, the purple will work. Why didn't I look for these earlier? That would have been, that page will work. It's got a hole in it though. But we can use that in a grungy journal. Take out that one. I don't really have much pink though. Except for that pink, and that's way too bright. There's some coffee dye, some of that. Wait, is there some pink right here? This was some, it might work. It's a little, yellow is definitely too bright, and then there's some more coffee dye paper. Any other ones up here? No. Oh, there's some lace ones. And they'd be pretty in this journal. So there's roses in this journal. I need more pages for this journal. So I don't know that she's really going to actually journal in it, per se. But, she will put pictures and stuff, so. And roses. The bigger roses and the smaller roses, because there's definitely roses in here. And anything else? Yeah, at the beginning of the year I bought a bunch of coffee dyed. Huckleberry Sky was one of the places. See, if you put your labels on things, then I'll be able to tell where you got them. This was 50T. So yeah, but not everybody does that. Alright, so this is going to go in there. These are going to go in there as pages. And probably these colored ones will go in there as just pages. I don't think that I will. Oh, what I actually might do. Oh, I forgot to show you the other stencil that I have. In this lovely little book, I have, oh, more numbers. I could use those numbers. Oh, here we go. Go the distance. The dancy one. Dance, 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 dance. It doesn't want to come out. Alright, that's the thing. Okay, there we go. So this one is Stencil Girl Products. And it is a Carolyn Doobie. Doobie, doobie, doo. So what I could even do is just kind of, once I take out some of these dancers, I can use some black ink and just kind of put them on the pages as decoration, and maybe the words too. But also I was going to use these as, oh come on, they're not going to come out easy, are they? Why do you hate me? Because there's of course not enough line to keep them in there. You have to take them out, but they're in there pretty good. And then you can use them as a mask and also as a, why is it on the hand? How am I supposed to get it off on the hand? Come on, Stencil Girl. Make it smarter. Smarter, not harder. I'm afraid of ripping the fingers because the thing I need to cut is right there. Okay. Well, that just means that I'm gonna have to, scissors are not gonna do it. And because Tim Holtz products are sometimes annoying, you can't use a cutter on this, or you can only use a certain cutter on this or it scratches it. Learned that the hard way. Alright, I don't need it quite that big of one. Will this stay? I need you to stay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright, I don't have glass. I can't. Oh, now I definitely can't see. Okay, that one I got. Oh, I'm not happy that I have to do all this work to get these out. And I feel like I just ripped something. Okay, there's one hand. They shouldn't put the points on the fingers. That I'm a little annoyed about that. To be honest, someone was not thinking. Because how do you do it without breaking a finger? Did that get it out? Well, I will pause and finish getting these out. If I find a secret, what's the word I want? Something that works really well, I'll let you know. try one of these. It has a smaller pointy bit. Also, it either has ink on it or rust. I can't really tell. Right, where's this one? This one is right there. It's just still connected. Right, this one's thinner. That does help. And of course, right there on the toe. So a thinner one does help. While I don't love these for cutting magazines, they did work for cutting out these stencil mask thingies. But I am not happy with the placement of the little bits that hold it on, unless you want it to stay on, which I don't think you do, because I think the point of these is to use them as masks and stencils, not to, because there's not a thick enough line for them to make a line. So yeah, that would get me, I would not have a very good review of this because of this. Just saying. Generally, I really like Carolyn Dubie's stencils. I mean, she's the one that got me, you know, when I first started gel plate printing. Carolyn Dubie, D-U-B-E, was the first person that I watched. Her and Robin McClendon. Since then, found many more people. Where are you attached? And, of course, one of my favorite people is Carrie the Crafter and Patricia. Crap. Well, before I say a worse word, let me pause. We interrupt this program to bring you a very dirty plate. I was trying tape. I was even trying to just peel it off, and it was just not happening. So I took my oil, which mineral oil will work, and I just put a little bit on there and just kind of let it soak in a little bit. And then I was able to get it off much easier. I mean, not, it's still stuck on there pretty good, but the oil's helping. I mean, maybe water would have done it too, but I mean, my plate was beyond needing conditioning anyway. So yeah, so there's a trick to, if you are like me and you let your plates get really crusted on there, but then there comes a point where nothing's coming off, no matter how much you try or how long you leave it on there or anything. And I wouldn't put anything sharper on here than my fingernail. And even then, I'm still trying to be careful, but I'm just pushing with my fingers, my fingertips more than my fingernail. Although for some little bits I was using my not sharp, very weak nails. So, I mean, if you like Mr. Pimple Popper, you'd probably like watching this. But otherwise, it might just be annoying, like watching paint dry, to watch this. I just thought I would give this tip because I know that there are other people that watch me that are don't always take care of their stuff. No, not you, Carrie. Other people. Even Patricia takes care of her stuff better than this. I feel like I'm digging into it, but I'm not. So, yeah. Alright. I got oil all over my hands, or I would pause you again. Use my knuckle. Okay, now both plates have been oiled, conditioned, cleaned. Sometimes if they sit for a while, you need to do that, and sometimes if you do what I do, you're gonna have to do that, because you know, I've used acrylic inks and I've used color bursts and alcohol inks and all kinds of things on my plates, and sometimes they rebel. Alright, I'm gonna do a pickup pull with black, and so these will be silhouettes. So I'm keeping these on from the very beginning, so when I pull them up and do my pickup pull, they should be black silhouettes. This lace piece in the middle I think I want that to be white. Or this rosy beige. So I am going to put this down the middle. And alright, okay, that's close. Oh, and I had to flip this plate over because I did find I had a, that's way too much. There was a cut on one side. So that was a little sad. I need a braille sheet. Alright, I might never use that. Whoops, that is the original, isn't it? That actually might be a better color for... I just need some paper. I always have paper, except when I'm looking for paper. Then there's no paper. Alright. Let's try this. Because I can, you know, the braille sheets can always be used later as, you know, collage or something. And now that is not quite, there we go, a little smoother with that. The other one is a hard brayer. This is a soft brayer, and it wants to miss that one spot. Like I said, I turned this plate over, and then I conditioned this side as well. All right, grab a piece of tissue. I don't know what happened to my 12 by 12 pieces, but I hope I got that straight. I'm not really sure that is, but you know, if it's not, it's not, and it's not a big deal. I just want the lace to be lacy. Not like Lacy Chabert. Alright, and then this outside bit, you might have to clean that up a bit. I know I'm not usually this precise and cleaning up bits and whatnot, but then I don't mind a little bit of grunge, but I don't want a harsh line, you know. So, oops, something got stuck on the other plate that just got cleaned. Just pick up as much of that as I can. There we go. It's a little foggy, but that's okay. Alright, so now, oh shoot, don't leave it laying down like that. You need to leave it laying down on the back side. Just, you know, you probably already knew that, but some of us, it takes longer to learn that. A lot longer. Alright, and I didn't get enough lift on these, or I don't have it on a hard enough card, and it is driving me crazy that I can't use them because I wanted to be able to use them. Let's cut off the part that has paint on it, and maybe I'll have a little bit better luck. I don't know. Otherwise, I will have to just make new ones. Or ask Mariah to make stamps with the ones that are my favorites. Alright. Alright. Why? Ugh. I haven't gone for my walk yet today either. Let's move that sharp thing away from our plate. No sharp objects near the plate. Oh, come on. See, now I'm exhausted from cleaning the plates. My shoulder hurts, all the things. But, yeah, it's alright. And then this doesn't want to... There we go. That's more than I wanted, but that's alright. This needs to have a little bit more brown to it, though. Just a little bit of... Or black. Or even the tiniest bit of green. Not that green. That one's dried out. If you want it to be a muted, darker color, because this is the color I want. It's a little bit more brown. And if I add just a little bit of green or black, we'll see which one. No, or both. Let's see. Mars black, we'll do a little bit of that. Or, oops, that's not a little bit. That's more than a little bit. But, oh well. We'll at least have a darker burgundy now. And there's still some lighter color on that. Now, if you want to get into the little crevices, you're probably going to want to, hey, it's closer. It's darker, but it's closer, and paint tends to dry later. Do I want to put that back up there? I don't know. Also, you know how much I like the where is it? I like the metallic black with the turquoise. I'm wondering if I would like the metallic black with the burgundy color and see how that goes, because it goes really well with some other things. Alright, is this the one I just cut? Did I also cut off my tab? Because I'm kind of an idiot like that. I think I did. I think I cut off my tab. Oopsie. That's alright. I'm going to make a tab with a piece of tape. Stronger tape. So like a piece of this maybe. That's too big. I don't need it this big. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put half of it here, and then I'm going to fold it and put the other half on there, and then I have what we hope is a tab to be able to lift it back off again. Just going right behind our silhouettes. That one is working much better now. Of course, I'm able to press it in the middle, and I'm not, you know, going on the side like I had been when I was trying to hold it by the corner tab. So that might be something to remember, that maybe you want your tab to be more like this one. See? I mean, that piece didn't get paint on it very much, but there's less paint on the inside part. Well, there's still paint on the inside part, but that's alright. And now I need to let this dry. What's it gonna look like, you want to know? I don't know. We'll have an idea. And I may put a couple more light layers of something before I do the black. Just like really, really light. Like this green. Just like a really thin. Alright, because it already started to dry, you know, while I was fixing the thing. While I was fixing the template, the texture plate. So it is already a little bit. I just want like a really thin layer of this, just to add some brightness in here, because I don't want the damask to be the exact same color as the silhouette. That's why. I knew there was a reason. So I don't need a lot. So this is a wasabi green, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty good color with the that one was not completely dry, but that's, I do still see the damask showing through, but I'm also getting a lot of color back on my brayer. It appears. Alright, I'm going to let that dry completely, and then I will my lines aren't quite as close up to them as I'd like, but there is a line that's up close to them. So let's go ahead and pull them up. And then I need to let that completely cool. I need to let it completely dry, and then come back with black to pick that up. Now this is not going to be quite as white as I had hoped, or, you know, light. So I could even come back in with a sponge. Not that kind of sponge, Eddie. Is it sponge worthy? Alright, and just take this again. I haven't used my craft paints in a while, can you tell? Alright, so I'm just gonna dab this on here so that I will have the lace showing nice and bright, shine bright like a diamond. And I kind of want to make sure that it's faded out around, whoops, in case that shows, in case I do something stupid like that. I feel like I'm putting makeup on here. I didn't want to roll it because I wanted a little bit more precision, and I didn't want to use a paintbrush because I don't want paint lines. So I'm hoping that this will do what I wanted it to do. Let's see. Oh yeah, and it doesn't show too much behind the red. So I think we're good. It's a little thicker than I'd like. Alright, so that needs to dry completely. And I'll probably wash my hands while I get my lunch and whatnot. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna have to pause again. Or stop, and this will be the last thing you see after this because it's already been 51 freaking minutes. Okay, so what happened was I went ahead and put a black pickup layer on here, and then I left it overnight. So you guys will get to see me pull it. Hopefully the paper won't... I didn't use cardstock or anything, I'm just using music paper. So, I didn't crack the edges, you should crack the edges. Although oh. Yeah, I gotta be careful because, oh. Alright. Let's see. I figured you guys, might want to be here. I'm ripping the edges a little bit because it's not a very thick paper. It's old paper. I don't know what I was thinking. Nope, that's not working. Oh, and my fingers are cold. Because I just... Oh, let me see if I can do this. Once I can get hold of the edges, there we go. Alright, here we go. Little bits there. I don't want to pull too fast because I don't want to just rip the paper. And I would say, oh yeah, you remember I did this, but you know, you guys just saw it a few minutes ago. I'm the one who hasn't seen it since last night. But it definitely did get all the layers. And I'm trying to think if I want to outline the ballet dancers or not, so that they are more prominent on the page. But for now, you know, I'll leave it. And that is how it turned out. And I will fold it in half, and it'll become a page in the book. And so it will look like that. So that is where we are right now with, whoops, the ballerina book. And I will keep working on it. It won't be fully on camera, but, you know, I'll try to do a bit of it on camera. And I might trim off the top because the person I'm giving it to is not quite the she's not quite as grungy as me. But let's see how this looks with the other pages. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's maybe stick this one in here. Did I get close enough to that? Yeah, it is. So we have this over here, and then that there will look pretty nice, I think. Alright, how about the other side? Not bad, because this is actually not too far off. And if it looked better on another page, let's see. Probably doesn't matter one way or the other. So how would it look against the flowers? Not bad against the flowers. What about the other ones? Sorry, I have to overthink it now, apparently. Ooh, these flowers have more of the burgundy color. And ooh, I like it there. There's good. And I didn't realize I had two pages together that were very similar. So let's switch that around. In fact, this one I'll probably put in the other signature. That's the word I'm thinking of. Oh, and I had those other pages to put in here as well, didn't I? Alright. This smear some roses too, though. Let's see what I have over here. I think one of these already has more than the other, so hopefully I'm not putting more in the... Alright, this one has 4. And then this one has 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I thought I added, I don't know. I don't know what I thought. Alright. Put this in here. And then we have the other ones. We've got a purpley one, which I think will go nicely with the purple that is in this. Let's see. There we go. Go ahead and move that page. There we go. And we had a green. Where is it? Oh, wait. There's some coffee dyed ones, which I think I'm going to gel plate on. And oh, here's the green and the pink. There we go. Whoops. There we go. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right now we are up to 8 pages in each signature, and I do want to do a couple more gel plate prints, which I may or may not do on camera, and Still need to figure out the spine, if I'm going to keep it that large or make it smaller, and then work on the pages. So that is it for today. I hope you